Have you ever felt that quiet moment where something felt different, but nothing was said? The way she looked at you just a second longer. The pause before she smiled. The energy in the room that words couldn't explain. Most people miss these moments and later regret them. Not because she didn't care, but because they didn't notice. Attraction rarely announces itself. It whispers. And if you don't know how to listen, you'll walk away from someone who was hoping you'd step closer. By the end of this video, you'll never second guess those moments again. Stay with me, because one silent signal you're about to learn changes everything. Comment your location and tell me where you're watching from. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss what others overlook. Before anyone ever says, "I like you," the body usually speaks first. This isn't romantic fantasy, it's psychology. Human beings are wired to move toward what feels safe, interesting, and emotionally rewarding. When a woman likes you, her nervous system gives her away long before her logic catches up. She may not even be consciously aware she's doing it, which is why these signals are often more honest than words. The key is understanding that attraction is less about performance and more about instinct. Pay attention to orientation. Where the body points, attention follows. If her feet, shoulders, and torso consistently angle toward you, that's not politeness, that's engagement. Even in group settings, you'll notice her body subtly turning in your direction. This matters because the body doesn't lie to impress. It responds automatically to interest. When someone feels drawn in, they physically align themselves with the source of that feeling. Then there's proximity. People naturally protect their personal space unless they feel comfortable. If she finds reasons to sit closer, stand nearer, or stay within your space longer than necessary, that's not coincidence. Comfort precedes connection. The closer she allows you physically, the more open she already is emotionally. This is especially powerful when there's no obvious reason for the closeness. No crowd, no necessity, just choice. Mirroring is another quiet giveaway. When she unconsciously copies your posture, gestures, or even speech rhythm, it's a sign of psychological alignment. Mirroring happens when two people feel in sync. It's the brain saying, "This person feels familiar. This person feels right." You don't force this and you don't fake it. You notice it. Because when it's real, it happens effortlessly. Eye contact deserves special attention. Not the intense staring you see in movies, but relaxed, returning eye contact. When she looks at you while listening. Not scanning the room, not checking her phone. That's presence. And when those glances linger just a fraction longer than necessary, that's interest testing the waters. The eyes reveal attention. And attention is the currency of attraction. What ties all of this together is consistency. One gesture means nothing. Patterns mean everything. Anyone can smile once or lean in briefly, but repeated, natural behaviors over time tell a story. Attraction isn't loud. It's rhythmic. It shows up again and again in small, almost forgettable moments, unless you know how to see them. Here's the deeper truth. When you learn to read body language, you stop chasing certainty and start trusting awareness. You no longer need to ask prematurely or guess blindly. You observe, you respond, and that changes how you move, not just in dating, but in life. Because when you learn to listen to what isn't said, you begin to understand what truly matters. Interest isn't something someone announces only with words. It's measured in the moments they choose to invest in you, the time they carve out, the energy they devote. When a woman likes you, she doesn't just show up physically. She shows up emotionally. She remembers details you thought were insignificant, notices patterns in your behavior, and brings them up later, almost casually, as if to say, "I've been paying attention." This isn't about manipulation or calculated effort. It's the natural expression of focus. Attention itself is a gift, and when it's given consistently, it signals that someone values your presence on a deeper level. Pay attention to the little investments. She may ask about your day, not because it's polite, but because she genuinely wants to know. She follows up on things you've mentioned in passing. A story from weeks ago. a goal you're working toward, or even a subtle mood shift she sensed. These are not random acts of curiosity. They are deliberate choices to engage, to participate in your life. Emotional energy is precious. When someone spends it on you, it's one of the clearest silent signs that you matter to them. It's not only what she does, but how she does it. Quick replies to texts, spontaneous check-ins, or thoughtful gestures all point to a willingness to be present. Presence is the foundation of connection. A person who likes you will not only respond, they will anticipate moments to deepen interaction, creating subtle bridges for engagement without overwhelming you. This is an important distinction. The effort is natural, consistent, and comes from genuine interest, not obligation. Beyond communication, her investment shows in shared experiences. She may invite you to events, suggest activities, or find ways to overlap schedules, not out of duty, but because time spent with you carries meaning. Philosophically, this reveals a deeper truth: humans are drawn to those who make them feel valued, and we reciprocate by offering our own attention. Attraction, then, is as much about participation as it is about desire. Watching closely, you notice the rhythm of her efforts, the pattern of intentional engagement. Consistency is the underlying thread. One thoughtful message, one shared laugh, or one small favor means little in isolation. But when repeated patterns emerge, when attention and care are extended naturally over days and weeks, the signal is unmistakable. Genuine interest is not fleeting, it is persistent and patient. This pattern demonstrates commitment without a single word being spoken. It's a quiet language, one that requires observation and awareness rather than assumption. Understanding this allows you to shift your perspective. You stop searching for explicit declarations and start recognizing the true markers of interest. You learn to value presence over promises, engagement over empty words, and investment over superficial signals. Attention and effort are proof, not theory. And when you notice it, you gain clarity and confidence, empowering you to respond thoughtfully rather than guessing blindly. The ultimate lesson is simple but profound. People reveal their intentions through where they place their attention and energy. If she invests in you even subtly, it is a reflection of care and connection. Recognize it, appreciate it, and let it guide how you engage, because real attraction is built on the quiet, deliberate attention that most people overlook. When someone is genuinely interested, they don't always say it outright. Instead, they create subtle openings for connection, almost like a quiet invitation without words. You'll notice it in the way she lingers in conversation, even when it could easily end. She may share something personal, offer a small joke, or drop hints about future activities. These are not coincidences. They are calculated, instinctive gestures that give you space to engage, to respond, to step forward without pressuring her. Attraction often reveals itself in these opportunities, and those who recognize them are the ones who never miss a chance. She may also create scenarios where interaction is inevitable. A simple touch on the arm during a laugh, a casual mention of something you enjoy, or suggesting a shared experience. These are all invitations. It's important to understand the philosophy behind this behavior. People naturally draw close to those they value, and they subconsciously provide openings to test the waters. By giving you a subtle chance to step in, she communicates interest while maintaining her own emotional safety. These moments are deliberate, even if they appear casual, because human beings instinctively manage risk in emotional matters. Observe the small patterns in her behavior. If she consistently initiates moments that could lead to shared experiences, it's a clear signal. She might suggest grabbing coffee, attending a local event, or simply walking together after work or school. It's not about the activity itself, it's about the intention behind it. She's creating a context where connection can flourish. Philosophically, it reflects a deeper human truth. Genuine interest manifests in action, not words. When someone wants you in their life, they don't wait for permission. They quietly build the pathway for you to walk alongside them. Notice too the playful challenges she might throw your way. Maybe she teases you, tests your opinions, or makes small bets during conversation. These are subtle ways of encouraging interaction while observing your response. It's a dance of attention and engagement, a dynamic where she signals. You respond, and mutual interest emerges without either person needing to force clarity. In these moments, attraction communicates itself more honestly than any verbal declaration ever could. The most important thing is to recognize these moments as invitations, not obligations. The subtle openings she provides are opportunities for connection, and the choice to act on them is yours. Ignoring them risks losing the chance for genuine closeness, while noticing and responding appropriately can shift a casual encounter into something meaningful. Awareness of these signals allows you to move confidently, intuitively, and respectfully. Ultimately, the lesson is profound. When someone cares, they don't just speak, they structure circumstances to allow closeness. They leave traces of their interest in the rhythm of interaction, giving you a chance to respond without words. Recognizing this is not about overanalyzing or controlling outcomes. It's about understanding the language of human connection. The silent invitations she offers are proof of her interest. See them, step into them, and allow the connection to grow naturally, because the opportunities she creates are the doorway to understanding her heart.